Hey guys, Greg here, Bone Tactical. Today we're going to discuss pepper spray. And I'm in a use case scenario right now of pepper spray where it's the most possible, best use case scenario. So I'm going to describe to you using pepper spray for self-defense. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know, practically speaking, about pepper spray so that you can use it if you need to. And the question here, guys, listen up. The question here is pepper spray effective for self-defense? And the answer to every question is, it depends. So I'm gonna teach you what situations pepper spray is effective for self-defense, because there are some situations where pepper spray is terrible for self-defense, okay? This pepper spray was sent to me to do this instructional video by POM Industries, Peace of Mind, POM Industries. They make this MK3 Stream OC spray and this other little small guy here, which I'll talk about both. I'll talk you through the differences of pepper spray. I'll tell you what's what and all that. And first, let me tell you though, what you all want to know, is it effective for self-defense? And so that means there's a line between situations where it is a good idea and it is effective for self-defense and other situations that it's not. You may say, holy moly, what is all this going on here? And that's what I'm going to show you. Is this is a particular case where it's a good idea and effective to use pepper spray. A situation where it's not is a female, let's say, against a hardened criminal, which is probably the worst case scenario and why a person would carry pepper spray. And it's just really bad thinking, okay? It's bad thinking to think that a larger attacker or anybody who's a hardened criminal or just a tough guy would be able to be dissuaded with pepper spray. It's just not true, it's false. So what is pepper spray good for? I'm going out on a bike route right now where there's really crazy dogs, wild dogs, semi-wild dogs, potentially rabid dogs, but basically just aggressive dogs in the streets of my entire bike route. So that is a great time to use pepper spray. And why? I have levels of EDC here, okay? So the pepper spray's first. If that doesn't work, I can escalate as needed to either a pistol, because if I'm getting bit by a dog, I'm just gonna go straight to the pistol. I have a bat, I have a knife, okay? This is a tire thumper, but if one of the dogs gets into a fight with another dog, then I might use the bat. And why am I not just going right to the pistol? You might say, my goodness, I'm just gonna shoot a dog if it's coming after me. Well, also here where I'm at, it could be very dangerous. A lot of the people that have these dogs, they have the mentality that they're gonna really get into a big fight or shootout with you because you shot their dog. So it's thinking ahead, all right, and not trying to get into that situation. Anyway, you wanna know about pepper spray. So pepper spray is not effective against hardened criminals. Why is that? Because we can use bear spray, for example. If a bear is really hungry, just came out of hibernation and wants to mess with you, it's not going to be dissuaded by any kind of pepper or bear spray or anything like that. It's just not. It's just going to eat it for breakfast. Empirical evidence, I've seen it personally. We can look at prisons, and there are huge OC gas foggers, the strongest type of spray you can get, that the prison guards will use against criminals. And certain hardened criminals, people with mental disorders, the most dangerous people, right? The people that most people think they want to use pepper spray against, those people, some of them are unfazed by pepper spray. So imagine this case where there's a female out jogging in a park, let's say Central Park in New York, for example. It's early in the morning. There's a clump of bushes over there. A guy who's either really tough, a hardened criminal, has been to prison, is now accustomed to pepper spray, or mental health problems, all hopped up on drugs, any of these scenarios. He comes out, grabs the woman, tries to drag her off into the bushes, have his way with her. What happens? She pepper sprays him on the way. He eats it for breakfast. He's unfazed. Pepper spray fails. Those are the situations where pepper spray fails, okay? Just something to be wary of. If you want to talk about self-defense, I have hundreds of videos here on the channel about what you should carry, what is effective for those situations, for everyone, for different people in different scenarios. I have EDC videos of every type of different environment, what your EDC could be, the best EDC possible for this, that, or the other. So check those out. I'll do a separate EDC video on everything that I'm wearing now. Everything here that you see is pretty much sponsored. So many sponsored items. I'll tag all that stuff in the links in the description below. But I'm going to do it, like I said, a separate video on all the different EDC stuff. This is just about pepper spray. All right, so pepper spray is effective in a couple other scenarios. Maybe you might have a pepper spray grenade in your bug out bag, right? So let's say, for example, you buy the Ultimate Survival bug out bag that I pack a kit that's the absolute minimum necessary, and then there's room in the bag so that you can throw in other stuff for your particular use case scenario. So if you're worried about rioting, if you live in a big city, you have to get out of the city. I have several videos on survival, escape, and evasion, how to get out of the city, all that. Something you might want to keep in your bag to get out of the city would be a pepper spray grenade, especially if it's a marking one. All right, so that way you can dissuade people who maybe aren't super committed. If somebody's not a hardened criminal, they may be dissuaded by getting sprayed. If it's a crowd of rioters and you spray a couple people, especially if it's got that orange marking stuff in there, then people are gonna see other people hurting. They're gonna see that they're sprayed with orange, and they're gonna think, okay, I'm not gonna get close to that guy, it's not worth it. It's always hard target versus gray man. Those are other videos I have up, so you have to think, why do these people want to attack me? How much do I have to do to dissuade them from attacking me? So pepper spray might be enough, or it might not be. If those people really want to come after you, if that bear is really hungry, it depends. If the bear's just screwing around and you spray it with bear spray, it might work. All right. Also depends on the type of bear. You know, brown bears versus black bears. Brown bears are tougher than black bears in a lot of cases, meaner. Okay. So it's same with people. If it's a tough, mean guy, then some tough, mean guys can handle getting sprayed and still accomplish their goal, which is beating you up. Let's say I worked as a bouncer at a club, many clubs, all bars. I've done every type of security you can imagine. One of them, they brought me in to this Latin club because there were so many fights there, and then there was like knife fights and people cutting each other up with box cutters and crazy stuff. At the end of the night, the parking lot would be like a big brawl. People were getting run over by cars, just craziness. And the owner would go out with his pepper spray fogger and just start spraying everybody. So there were so many times where I was in the middle breaking something up or kicking somebody out, or somebody attacked me because I was taking his buddy out and I was fighting somebody, and then I'm getting pepper sprayed at the same time the other guy's getting pepper sprayed. Thank goodness I had the will to fight through it, right? Because, so I know personally as well that you can. It sucks, yeah, but you can still accomplish your goal after getting pepper sprayed. That's what you need to know. So these use case scenarios, this is just an option. If I have this with me, I'm gonna have levels, right? I'm not gonna just carry only pepper spray because it doesn't even make sense to me. I would at minimum have this and a bone breaker. So I spray the pepper spray with my left hand, hoping that it slows them down a little bit so I can maybe get in some good strikes with the bone breaker. That would be the minimum that I would have. I would never just have only just pepper spray. I could have it in my bag for the bug out bag scenario, like I said. And now let's finish out the video of pepper spray. I'll go out here and I'll show you guys in effect, if I haven't already, some video of us actually riding the trail, what it looks like, how this pepper spray functions, what it might be actually using it, the real deal. Okay, so this, and hopefully the dogs that have been chasing us around don't keep chasing us around, and maybe they learn. This one is UV marking, which is really good. And if you use the UV marking stuff, let's say you give it to your girlfriend, a tough guy attacks her, she sprays him, he kills her, and then at least you'll maybe be able to find him because he's UV marked after she's dead. That's what would happen if she depended only on pepper spray. Okay, so, but in the case that it's like the orange marker, then it might dissuade other people, right? Let's talk about what's in the pepper spray. All right, you want to look at the use of it, like how far it shoots, the spray of it, whether it's a fogger or a straight beam. You want to look at your particular case. You have to think, for that, you have to think about, is there a lot of wind where I'm at? Okay, I'm wearing these glasses. I don't wear these glasses every day. I'm going to wear these glasses today. I'm probably still going to get a little bit of this in my eyes, and it sucks. So I really don't like using pepper spray for all those reasons. But we've got 1.4 MC, and it's like, let's see what percentage OC it is. I think it's like 10 or, no, I think it's like 8, I don't know. It's a lot of percentage OC. It doesn't matter. I'll describe to you what the difference is. The OC is the essence that they take out of the pepper. So the OC is just like, it just means that it actually has, if it has an OC percentage, it just means that it actually has pepper in it to make pepper spray. The MC percentage, and I think 1.4 is like the highest percentage of 50 state legal. So this is 1.4, it's just basically the best you're gonna generally speaking get. 1.4 MC, and the MC is the exact element that creates the hotness. So it's the exact chemical, excuse me, not element, it's the exact chemical that creates that hotness. So the MC is going to be the specific chemical that you're looking for. That percentage is much more important than the OC. The OC percentage just means that it has an oil extract from peppers, which that means that makes it pepper spray. The MC percentage is what you're looking for. So that's the specific chemical. I'll give you an example. You guys have all heard of like CBD and THC. It's the same thing. Those are extracts from the marijuana plant. THC gets you high. CBD can help you with, you know, whatever your ailments are, sleeping and whatnot. It's the same thing. The OC is just the general extract from the pepper, and then the MC is that exact specific chemical that gets you burned. All right, so we want to look at MC percentage, and that's like I say, I'll do some overlays here of the videos and whatnot, and that's kind of the deal with pepper spray. Real quick update, guys. I've been doing this route now for about 2 months, doing the bike route, and there has been little to no effect on the dogs that are basically attacking us. It helps. I have to pretty much spray the dog each time. It does a little shake of its head and backs off a little bit, and it just doesn't affect it. So imagine if the most powerful pepper spray, these dogs are getting pepper sprayed and they're maybe just changing their mind because they're not that determined. That's exactly the whole point of this video. It's nowhere near as powerful as what people think it is, and it's not even deterring these dogs. The same dogs are attacking us every time, and they don't care to get pepper sprayed that much. So final thoughts. Again, thanks for watching. Questions, comments below. Let's get crazy in the comment section so we can share truth with more people. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bone out.